Change. Sometimes it's not part of your agenda. Sometimes it's forced upon you. So what do? There's only two things you can do. You can either embrace change or resist it. Reminds me, I have a great story to tell. Let's talk crazy. Happy Friday. So, today's subject is change. And the reason why I thought of this is because I remember the biggest lesson I learned was in the early part of my career. I entered the retail workforce in security. And I thought that I would retire in security at the time if my illustration and content creation aspirations did not take off, because that's what paid the bills. So I rose up in the ranks in security. I started off as a security guard, and my mindset was, if I was going to be a security guard, I wanted to be the best security guard. When I got promoted to store detective, who's number one? I'm going after that person. When I became an investigator, who's number one? I'm going after that person. That was my mindset. And so I just assumed that I would end my stint in retail in security. That was until change came crashing on my door. And I was called up to the offices, the executive offices, and I was being told that I was being transferred into the operations world. I don't have to tell you how upset I was. What do you mean? Security is my life. This is what I've done. Why are you sending me there? So I had a choice, right? Embrace it or run. I embraced it for the moment. So it was a lateral move, so there was no monetary change. And I was going to be one of three. There was going to be a director and two managers reporting into that director. And I was one of the two. So this was a division that had historically had high shrink. And up until then, no one was able to put their finger on it or make a significant impact. So, about maybe 6 weeks to a couple months into it, the director was transferred to corporate into a whole different division for whatever reason. And my colleague her position was eliminated, so she was given an associate position. And so naturally, I inherited the role. Caveat though, right? So I got the role. I didn't get the title. They gave me the associate director title, and an increase that did not justify the workload and the expectation of the job. I knew what that role was budgeted for. I wasn't within that budget. So what do? So that's second time. First time, I wasn't asked, I was moved. Second time, not getting what I believed I was worth. So I said, okay, I'm going to put it on record. I said, here's where I am. This is what I'm not happy. I want it on record so that you all know. The question was, what does that mean, Sam? And I said, well, I'm just not happy. You figure it out. So I went back. I said, all right, how do I solve this problem and make a significant impact into this division? So I partnered with a lot of different departments. I partnered with the buying office. the vendors, the security team that I came from, identified training opportunities, so we needed to retrain the team, identified compliance opportunities, so we created new policies and implemented new auditing systems. Realizing there was an opportunity with the integrity of our diamonds, we lowered the threshold of diamond testing to be able to ensure that we were accounting for our high-priced items. Did a lot of those things. During that time, did a lot of spot inspections, a lot of walkthroughs, cleaned up the area, retrained the team. At the end of the year, inventory comes along. Lots of hard work, sometimes long days. And we were flat. No shrink. First time. I was being praised for having run a smooth inventory, a seamless inventory. And I decided to give my notice. So then everyone got crazy. What do you mean? You're on top, blah, blah, blah. You did a great job, And then there were things thrown at me, other departments, if I was interested. And my mind was made up for several reasons. So while I felt, in a sense, that they put my back to a wall when they moved me out of security and took me out of my comfort zone, they actually did me a favor. And this is where the lesson came in. By me being removed from something I've been doing for 9.5 years and being placed in a whole different division, it made me learn about myself. My ability to embrace change, even when it's unexpected. Change course when you had to. But also connect, communicate, and deliver. And so by that happening, another company was recruiting me to do something even more different. To be a sales manager in a commissioned environment. I can't tell you. That excited me. I knew nothing about it. I worked in retail. I was responsible for the back end side, whether it's protecting the assets or ensuring the assets are delivered. But now I'm responsible for selling it, or leading teams that sell it, training those teams, helping them build their baskets, all those things. And this company saw that in me, and so several things happened. I went down in title, which title really didn't mean anything to me, but I was compensated for what I should have been compensated as a director level, going into a sales manager position. And that was the beginning of the journey into the what's possible for me, because I was comfortable. And it took that day for someone to take me out of my comfort zone to make me realize my true potential. I was hungry for knowledge. I was hungry for change. I was hungry. That feeling of being uncomfortable was exciting because it forced me to learn. It forced me to play again. And every time I learned something new and I applied that learning, I got even more excited. It was like a kid. So why do I share this story with you? I share it because sometimes the chapter's written for you, but you're still part of that story. You still have to move. Embrace change. Embrace the idea of being uncomfortable. You'll be surprised how you grow from it. You might not have planned it, but you can definitely influence what happens. If you appreciate this story, my story, let me know. Put comments below. Please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up if you liked it. If there's something you want me to be able to share with you, let me know. I'll do my best. Check out my Instagram, hashtag Are You Crazy Enough? And just remember, your future is defined by your thoughts and actions. Right? So your thoughts become actions, become reality. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Stay healthy. Thank you.